Welcome, I'm Jumma and I'm going to show you guys today about movement, 2D movement of objects in Godot. If you are new to my channel, so welcome, this is Jumma game developer and I am Jumma. I am starting the tutorial now. Okay, first we need to create a 2D scene and let's suggest we will move this object. You should know that the game, you need to run the game by clicking on this scene. You know this can also run the scene, but it actually first asks for a main scene to every time we play the game where to start from, and it is the scene, it runs the scene which is currently you are switched on. I am currently switched on this scene and I want to run this scene. I'm just going to show you what it happens if I run this. Oh, we need to save the scene. No problem, we will save this with Node 2D. You can save this by any name as you want. I am saving as Node 2D now for now. Now it is coming, and if we press WASD keys it will not move. Also if we switch arrow keys they will not move, the sprite will not move because it is not moving, because the Godot doesn't know how to when to move, where on what direction when a key is pressed. We need to tell it to Godot how to tell it in Godot, and that is by scripting, called scripting. We need to use programming language for this movement, and so as we need to move this object around, we need to set a code for this object. Right click on the icon, attach any script to it, and make sure this is GDScript. There are also Visual Script or native script, but Visual Script is not like a programming language, and I don't know about native script, but GDScript is the basicest thing of Godot's programming language. I am going to just show you how to move the objects by GDScript. This is the part you would know about that. I am just going to show you the simplest movement of Godot. We first need to make it the function to process. So write process delta. You can now you would know in the project settings input map there are already some built input names, and here are some the things we are going to use. Input left, UI left, UI right, UI up, UI down. If the left arrow key is pressed, the UI left is going to be true, right? Like that. If this right arrow key is pressed on here, the UI right will act as true. Same to this up with the UI up, and down arrow key to this UI down. I'm showing more later. Let's just write the code now. You would write here if input, you will first need to include the input, and you just need to tell Godot if the left arrow key is pressed, that means if UI left is true you need to move on left. When UI left is true, the UI left is only true when the left arrow key is pressed. I show you in the input map on the project settings. I'm just going to show you the code now, and now we can write is action pressed UI left. Yes, like this. If UI left is pressed, the position X is going to minus equals 5. It's the 5, the bigger number you will give here, the more it will apply on to make this thing go to left side. On here, this is the X axis, left and right. If you decrease the X axis of this icon, so it will move on left on here. If you increase it, the X axis, so it will move on right. So I must explain it again. Also, the Y axis is up to down. Or did I told you? X axis is left to right. Y axis is up to down. If you decrease the Y number from, so it will move up. If you increase it, it will move down. If you don't understand the X and Y axis yet, I think you will need to switch to another tutorial, but if you understand this, so let's continue the code. So you, with this minus equal, it will be decreased, the position X will be decreased of the icon, so it will move left. And like this, we are going to make another thing. If this, now we will tell Godot, if the right arrow key is pressed, so the position X is going to be increased, so it will move right. Like this too, we will copy this and post it here. And we will also tell Godot, if the up arrow key is pressed, so the position Y will be increased, so it will move down. Oh, sorry. If we need to decrease it when the up arrow key is pressed, so it will, if the position Y is decreased, so it will move up. And now another thing is, we will need to tell another thing Godot, that if the down arrow key is pressed, so it need to move the icon down by increasing the position Y by number 5. And just run the code, you will see it will work. It is the simplest movement. Now the bigger number you will give on the script here, the more speedily it will move. Let's think it is 20 in number, this all, so it will move more speedily. Here you can see it is moving so speedily. It is the simplest movement of this video. On this video I wanted to show you this simplest movement only. For more videos you can subscribe me. I can upload more Godot tutorials. Also I can upload Game Maker Studio tutorials, and if I also can do so, I can upload Unity tutorials too, or some computer tips. You can subscribe me for any reason, or please share this video to someone who want to learn about simplest movement of in 2D of Godot, and if you share this video, so thanks. And it's Jumma game developer. The end of this tutorial is here.